Hello ladies and gentle peoples, welcome to this episode of How to Play Top Tier Mediums by me, Sir Havoc. Thank you for tuning in once again. This follows my How to Play Top Tier Heavies tutorial from last week. So top tier mediums, very much the same as heavies. You're top tier, you've got to get up in their grill and you've got to cause some damage, and you can't afford to not have your gun singing. Okay, it's a bit different. You don't go straight at them like the heavies. You try to get a flanking position, you try to outsmart your enemy, you try to distract them, and you gently chip away at their health pool throughout the battle until there becomes a time where there's a gap or an amount of enemies that are so few that you can pierce a hole through the line and start turning turrets and really causing a mischief for yourself. Common mistakes of people that are top tier mediums are too early aggression, as you will see in this battle. You do not want to find your way out of position when you're in a top tier medium, because you will quickly be punished by your enemy team. You do want to move forward, advance to contact, be smart, play clever, and conserve your health pool so you can use it later on in the battle. In this battle I am playing the T54 Mod 1, the new tier 8 Russian premium medium, which I must say is absolutely epic. This is the third game I played, ace tanker game with 5,000 damage. So if you're thinking about getting this tank, please do. And this is twinning up as basically a gameplay review of this tank. I'm not going to go through the stats in any great detail. Needless to say, it's got great armour, reasonable manoeuvrability, and a competent gun. Okay, but the armour really keeps you surviving for long enough for you to do lots of damage. Now let's move into the game so you can see how this is all done. So here we are in the T54 Mod 1, which for some reason comes up as the T54 first in the tank list. So this is a tutorial about how to play top tier mediums, following on from my how to play top tier heavies last week. As you can see, I'm in a platoon. I'm in a platoon with Steve-O1982, which is the other T54 Mod 1, and my old mate Boomtastic's in IS3. Now on this map, if you're in a 3 platoon, it's a really good idea to have some people going up to the hill and one of you at least go to the centre, and you both spot each side and shoot. The person on the hill shoots down at the centre and the person at the centre shoots up at the hill. But there's also another spot up here I want to show you. So the T54 Mod 1, just a quick lowdown on this. It's not bad speed, it's not great, but it's not bad speed at all. Reasonable manoeuvrability, epic armour. If that front plate, if you can angle that at your enemy, you know, you get so many bounces, and you'll see in this game. The gun's good as well. Suffers from a bit of lack of penetration, but you do load a few premium shells just for them hard targets. So here we go. This is how to carry a top tier medium match. You want to get involved, okay? You're not as aggressive as the heavy video from last week, but similarly you're getting up there. It's your job to turn the turrets of the enemy and flank when there's opportunity. Straight away opportunity presents itself to me, so I take it. I'm not going to wait around to take a second shot. I knew they're going to be there firing back at me, which I just deflected a shot, so just bear that in mind. Deflection 1, and I finished him off. There's a Panther 2 in front of me there, the enemy tier 8 medium. So this position I'm at in now, just remember this, there's a double bush here, right? You can normally shoot this in relative safety. Now Panther's coming over at me, bounced another shot, that wicked front plate coming into action again. Another shot bounced, and another shot bounced. As you can see, this front plate, and another one. The front plate of this tank is beautiful, so I'm going to put this up as a kind of a gameplay review of this tank as well. Yak Panther presents me with a shot there through the bush, so I take it. So this is what we're doing, we're pressing this side, we're making sure that the tanks that are this side have to look at us rather than shoot down at our heavies. If we don't press here and keep them busy, they're going to shoot down at the centre and kill the people where Boom is. I haven't really got shots on them ones in the centre. They're not really coming up far enough for us to shoot them, so we're needing now to concentrate on the ones in front of us. So this bush system here, use this, there's double bushes here, you can shoot through these in relative safety in a lot of situations, so just bear all this in mind. complete miss there from the gun, but it happens. So this is what we're doing, we're pressing. So you don't need to be running into the enemy. You just saw what happened with that Panther 2. If you leave Roy in a medium, you're going to die. If you leave Roy in a tank destroyer, you're going to die, and you will do in a heavy as well. You need to be patient. Not quite as patient as you are when you're in a light tank, but you still need to be in a forward position. You've got to put yourself into a position to keep your gun singing always, and if you don't do that, you're going to cost your team damage. It's your job to keep the enemy distracted. It's your job to flank them, hit them with cheeky little cupola shots like that one, and you know, what you've got to do in a medium is you've got to chip away at the enemy. You've got to think of the enemy's overall health pool, and you've got to put yourself in them positions where you can keep chipping and chipping and chipping and chipping and grinding them damage down. And then when they're low, that's when you need to go forwards and finish them off. So this is still early on in the game. We're like 4 minutes in, so I'm not in no rush to push forwards. I'm doing good damage. The enemy seems to be allowing me to chip away at them nicely. I hit that Jag Panther with a few shots now. Take notice of that blind shot. I actually make that for damage because, as you can see at the end of the match, it says that I have 4,500 damage, when in actual fact on this match I get over 5,000 damage. It's because of them sneaky blind shots. I've covered them in tutorials before, but it's worth mentioning now. If you're aiming in on an enemy and then he disappears, don't then not shoot. Shoot. Sometimes you might want to shoot and put a second shot down. Oftenly, you'll make that shot and you'll do good damage. So, don't say no to easy damage. We're pushing on now. You know, we've made a bit of damage there. The Jag Panther has pulled back. The tank destroyers look like they've come back into the other side of the railway track, which means we can kind of push forwards a bit. However, this tank hasn't got the gun depression for me to go over, and there's at least 2 heavies over that hill and 1 medium. So I've got to change a plan. We're in mediums, so what do you do if you can't take people on face front on? You flank. And this is what I do now. I speak to Sevo and I say, come on mate, we've got to think about doing a different idea here. So our teammate there in the IS-3 is keeping him busy, and now it's time to go around and do what mediums do best, to attack from a differing vector, to shoot at the flanks of your enemy. What will happen then is them enemy will look at us, enabling our IS-3 to come over that hill in relative safety. Okay, so we need to cut across, work along the hedgerow, and start putting a bit of pressure on them guys because they feel safe there. The last time they spotted us, we was on the hill. They're not going to know that we're not on the hill until we start firing at them. The Jag Panther's having a little poke there, but still not coming out with much. The IS-3 on the hill is still full health. I'm seeing if I can get a cheeky shot over there. I put a blind one down. We don't know for sure if it penetrated, but I do think it did, because again, with the differential of damage from what it says I've done in battle and what I actually done out of battle. So now, the same guy that got super excited about me in game, now taking his flank right into him. Decide to go for a softer target to take him out of the game. Get the tracking shot I was aiming for, and he has to use his repair kit. It's a lovely little flanking position this. I'm not having to push too far forwards. I will move further forwards down when I need to, but I don't need to just yet. I will more than likely move now. But this is lovely. So now that you can see the IS-3 is pushing forwards and doing damage on that 110. And he done it without taking a shot, so it happened just like I said it would. We started to do a flanking manoeuvre. These guys saw the flanking manoeuvre, reacted to it, and the IS-3 could now pop over the hill. Boom's still on full health there. He's doing a really good job in the centre, and our line across the centre of the map is beautiful. It's a beautiful defensive line there that we can either defend from or attack from. Unfortunately, Steve-O went a bit too far too early. He got focus fired by the guys on the hill and he died. Now, that's great for me, because not only have I got bushes to hide behind, I could even use his wreck if I choose to. And carcasses like that in a match often help. So here he is, look, this is the guy that got super excited about seeing me on there. And there he goes. So this ain't rocket science what I'm doing here, guys. For those of you watching, you'll see my tutorials. They're not super complex things. I often teach the obvious and the basic, because there's no point getting into the technical stuff unless you master the obvious and the basic stuff, and most people don't do the obvious and basic stuff. We know that because 75% of people that play this game are not green. So what does that mean? It means that they're the 75 people I mainly focus in. However, you green guys and blues and purples, some of you guys message me and actually say that you pick up stuff too, so that's really cool. So here I am now. Again, I'm a medium, but I don't need to be charging around like a super medium wolfpacky sort of super fast person that's going to be circling everyone. It's unnecessary. I can do my damage from here, and I can pull forward when the time's right. Got another deflection there into the tracks, and this tank is just like a piece of rock. It can soak up shots like nobody's business. So if you're thinking about buying this tank, I would say buy it. This is my third game, so I'm just getting used to this tank. Steve just bought me this tank as a present for saying thanks for my videos, and we're playing these tanks. This is my third game. I get my ace tanker and 5k damage, and it's due to the fact that this tank has a mental amount of survivability. Okay, normally I would be well and truly dead by now with the amount of shots I've taken, but the armour held up. It held up well, and it's enabling me to push forward time and time again and put shots in. Guys in the centre being a bit more aggressive now. Unfortunately, boom, pushed a bit too far forward, got taken out. The Jagdpanther's looking at me, but I can still put shots on this T1, the T20 without him hitting me, so I'm happy about that. I can now see the other tank destroyer, the AMX AC-48, the other side there. He's got his bum to me. The Jagdpanther's just been destroyed. I heard him go. So I don't need to worry too much. He's got his bum to me there. Now I'm thinking about going over, but I don't know if the arty's to my left and he's got a shotgun me, so I put my turret to the left, and when I could see that he's not there, I went the other way. Now I fancy a little bit of footwork here. My original shot missed. That was just a little bit of RNG going mad, I think, from that range. Now that same IS-3 that I was supporting, that was on the hill, has now made it down to me. So me and him working really well together there. I mean, at this point in the battle, it's clean-up time really. There's not really much left to do. As you can see, I've run out of normal ammo. I missed my last shot, my premium ammo, and I'm on heat. Well, not heat, HE, sorry. I get some shots down on the Jagdpanther, and I hadn't noticed this. So when I hit him for like 97, I was like, what the hell? But then I got 6 shots left, so yeah, a race for damage now. The job's done. We're closing in on the enemy. It's textbook play really from the mediums there. A lot of deflections from this fine tank. Once again, if you're thinking about getting this tank, just go for it. I think it's amazing, I really do. And yeah, so just to recap, you're a top tier medium. You cannot be lazy. You must advance to contact. When you get there, you must assess the situation and proceed with caution. Chip away at the enemy's health pool. Chip, 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 chip. Okay? Reserve your hit points as much as you can for the latter game. Keep chipping away. Keep causing the distraction. Keep doing damage. And then when they're chipped away enough, that's when you can push forward and start taking some out. Okay? And then basically react to what you see. You'll either be winning or you're losing. If you're winning, push forward and own the battlefield. If you're losing, think about pulling back to a position that has strategic importance and take the battle from there. So here we go with the post-game stats. As you can see, ace tanker badge there on my third game of this tank. It's only my third game. I've got an average WN8 in this so far of about 2,900. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant tank. 10,000 WN8 for that game. 5,055 damage, 2 kills and 1,552 base XP. And it really does showcase what this tank's capable of. Now I am marketing this video as how to play top tier mediums, but this is also a review of a T54 Mod 1. See, I made 109,000 profit credits, almost 150,000 base, but 109,000 profit. That's even after spending 30,000 on ammunition. I bounced 1,800 worth of damage, okay, and I spotted 1,700 worth. So tracking and spotting 1,700, bounce 1,800, and 5,000 damage for a wonderful ace tanker on my third match of this tank. So if you're not sure about it, get it, and hopefully you can learn something from this replay. And before you go away, I've got a brief announcement to make. World of Tanks University is now looking for Clan Wars players. It is called World of Tanks University 2. It is led by Steve1982, a really nice guy. Now we are looking for competent field commanders. We are looking for trainee field commanders. We are looking for competent trainers and trainee trainers. And we are looking for competent officers, people that would like to work behind the scenes doing the organising. We're looking for tactical geniuses. If you're good at strategy, please give us a shout. And above all else, we are looking for soldiers. So if you have tier 10s, come and join the party. Now please remember to like and subscribe if you found this helpful. It really does help my channel. And don't go away, because just coming up next is a clip with links to some more of my videos.